Music is like root work. It writes your true name on a scrap of paper and makes you dance undignified like King David. This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast, episode number 20, and my guest this episode is Tom Angst.
Hey.
Hello. We're going to get right into some music first, but I wanted to ask you, how would you describe your sound for people listening who might decide they want to stop listening right now?
I think we should let Sal take this one.
What? Can you repeat the question?
Like indie pop rock?
Yeah, indie rock. I'd say more indie rock than
How about
pop.
good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Pretty good stuff. Well, what's this first song, and is there a story behind it, anything like that?
Yeah, it's about me, Danielle, and I just wrote it because I was like, I hate myself as of recently, so it was a weird time in my life where I was going from playing just acoustic stuff to realizing I probably should get a band and do big girl stuff. So I wrote a song, so I was feeling very inferior, which is why it's called Inferiority Complex.
And I wonder if there are quakes and streams, but that might just be me, 'cause I'm filled to the brim, I've got anxieties, and I won't fall too old, but I could swear they're growing cold, and my thoughts are too bold, they resemble all that I've been told. These streets, and I wonder if I'll ever be free. Secrets you can keep, or a girl who's too stressed to ever find some peace. And this body's pretty young, but I thought it would be much more fun. These notes have been sung, though I wish I was the only one. About it, but it's pretty difficult. You expect more of yourself. You're 14 and insecure. Got a bit of an inferiority complex, and I always feel let down. My friends, all I've got across seasons, discovered something I'm not. Sit in the same ride. But to me that still sounds like a lie. I'm sure it'll be fine, but if you ask me
Why don't we go around? Everybody introduce yourselves.
Start with Sal.
Okay. I'm Sal Bruno. I am the drummer of Tom Angst. And
Can we do like a fact about
yeah,
ourselves?
do we have to do like a fact?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let's play 2 truths, 1 lie. No, yeah, tell us something about yourself.
I am a strong Christian.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we don't need. Okay. We can
Golf
clap.
clap.
Go ahead.
Pearson.
My name is Pearson Parham. I play lead guitar for Tom Angst. And I like to party. Never gets old.
I'm Danielle McConaughey. I play rhythm guitar and sing, and I write the songs. And I usually use being in a band as my fun fact for like everywhere else, so I haven't really had time to prepare a different fun thing about me. Except, I really like puns, because the whole like name of the band is a
Yeah,
pun
you do like puns. You
on
like cats.
Tom Hanks, but it's Tom Angst.
All right, I'm Jonah Hunter, and I play bass, and I also don't have anything. I usually just tell people that I play bass, so that's
He
it.
shines shoes.
He loves.
He shines
He
shoes.
shines shoes.
And he
plays
loves
video
Rush.
games.
Yeah, I don't.
He loves Rush. He plays video games, and he shines shoes.
There's a lot of things about.
Thanks,
him.
guys.
Yeah.
So how did you all meet? Because Danielle, you mentioned earlier that you were kind of just writing some songs and then you wanted to put a band together. So, but how did you guys meet other than that? Was it...
Well,
Hillcrest High School alumni.
High school.
me and Jonah actually met in kindergarten.
Yeah.
We've known each other since then. We went through elementary, middle, and high school together.
We had a class chicken named
Yeah.
We
Tweety.
had a class chicken. That was pretty cool.
And Jonah, and Sal knew each other in middle school. And Jonah was always really shy, but I knew he played bass, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Shout out Quality Time.
Yeah. Yeah, we're also in a band called Quality Time together.
Which is basically, I let them become established as a band, and then I stole them for my music.
But yeah, then we all went to high school together, and Danielle, I met her freshman year.
We're in choir, and we did
Yeah.
Never Shout Never covers.
Yeah, we did. We covered Never Shout Never. And that was pretty cool. She was really, really emo. She had like really long hair and like bracelets up to her elbow.
This isn't what this interview is about. Well,
I honestly don't remember how I met Danielle.
I think it was just through,
I think it was just mutual friends,
yeah.
which is Pearson and Jonah.
Well, they were in band together.
Yeah, we
And I was like
jammed.
right next to the choir room.
Yeah, so they were together, and we were together, like, right next to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
And then Jonah was in one of my classes. Sophomore year or junior year? Sophomore year. And I had a crush on him. And so I decided to get more into quality time so I could get this guy.
So it was known as the Back Doors.
Or yeah, it was the
back
Back
then,
Doors back then.
which was a cover band, and we had to change it because
It was the Doors.
it was a
cover
door.
band.
That's already
Yeah.
an established Doors cover band.
Like a touring band. Yeah, Danielle helped me pass that class.
Yeah, because he slept.
I didn't mean. I always just fell asleep. I didn't want to sleep, but I just did. But yeah, Pearson always talks about how like we were in middle school and stuff. How we always talked and stuff. But I don't remember most
Talked on
of it.
Facebook.
Oh yeah. There's some really weird. Facebook
I'm the only one who
conversations.
liked his.
Yeah, you like my
stuff on
pictures.
Facebook.
And then once I got like a free subscription to Netflix on like my Wii, and all I had was a Wii back then. And I like suggested like some like Hitler documentary to you, and like it was on your Facebook page. That's like the only thing I did.
Yeah, Jonah's Facebook page is just inhabitable right
Yeah,
now.
there's nothing.
It's all just
His-
tagged
his
pictures that
profile
Danielle tags him in.
Yeah.
His profile picture is still a picture of him like rock climbing when he was in the 3rd grade. Or
No, it
something.
wasn't
like
third
Boy
grade.
Scouts.
Yeah, that was a really cool time though. That was a nice picture.
Okay.
Memorable moment.
Yeah. What's so funny about a stagnant Facebook? It's not that fun.
It's funny.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, on Instagram, he doesn't post anything except occasionally a picture of me. And then, like, my entire feed is the only place you can actually find pictures of Jonah.
No, because I told him to get an Instagram, and he just posted like,
It was a picture of a dude in a horse mask.
yeah,
Like-
it was just.
Well, it was in my computer class. Like I just looked up and this kid he was sitting in front of me. He just had a horse mask on. So
Well, it was like the worst post. It was like a picture of a taco, and it was like, does anyone
Oh,
else wish that Instagram came with Insta tacos?
Wait,
And then he would
actually,
just hashtag bagel on everything.
another fun
Yeah,
fact about
that's
Jonah's
really-
Instagram. That's
that's
why
good.
I started talking to him because I was sad and I like found his Instagram. I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever saw, and it like
Yeah.
made me so happy.
And I just didn't like how people took it so seriously, so I had to do something else.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mac DeMarco's Instagram.
Yeah.
So you guys have known each other for years, and you're all pretty close. It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, best friends.
That's cool. That's cool. How does that affect like the band dynamic? I mean, because I think the three of you otherwise are in quality time, and do you, Danielle, write most of the songs completely, or
Well, I mean, I write all of the like guitar parts and the vocals with the harmonies, but then everything else I kind of leave them to do their own thing because like I'm not going to pretend to know how to play drums or bass. But it's like there's like some direction of like me awkwardly trying to explain to Sal what I want from drums, even though I don't know anything about drums. I'm just like,
I've
can you do the?
I've done really good with reading what she says.
Yeah.
And I like get it. Like when I try something, she's like, "That's exactly what I want." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, because
I literally just guessed, but okay.
I don't feel like I could, because I've talked to Joan about this a lot. I'm like, I'm so glad Sal knows what I mean, because like I don't know how to tell him what I want, but then he just gets it anyways.
That's
so
cool. So
it
you-
works out.
you kind of all speak each other's language, which I think is
Yeah.
cool when a band has strong friendships.
Well, you have to have that in a band. I feel like you all have to be on like the same level, or it just like doesn't work potentially. I think
Yeah.
you know.
So what's this next song?
But it was the 50s song, right? Okay, yeah, that one is just. It's called Waking Up because I just woke up one day and it was like a really weird dream and I was like, gosh, I feel weird now. So I started I started writing a song.
Don't say.
And that's it. Yep. And I really liked. We ended up calling it 50 Song for a long time instead of actually picking out a name because I thought the drum beat sounded like a 50s drum beat,
Just
and
the
that's the only
vibe.
way I was able to describe to Sal what I wanted. I'm like, do kind of like a 50s
Kind of going
thing.
back to reading each other's
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
Is, give me like a 50s type drum groove, and it's like, okay, that's the first thing I came up with.
Yeah, and so after that, we've just been like, I'm really bad at naming songs. It's something I avoid. I don't know why, but I'm like, this is that next song. So we usually just stick with like the 50 song, or be like, oh, do that one, and then they'd be like, what's the name? And I was like, shoot, I guess that is the name now. We've been using it so
Like
much.
the old new one that we
Yeah.
had,
Or like, yeah, we have
then
the old new one
one
that we
for-
finally named to. I'm probably overthinking
If
it.
you had called 50 Song Waking Up at a live show, I probably would have been like, what are we about to play?
Yeah, exactly. See, and then we all get confused because we've been referring to it as something else for so long.
Yeah.
Too much time and heart, and I just dream again. Reversing what I knew I said. I'm stopping my mind sometimes, trying to figure out if I'm even awake. There's nothing different between these two worlds, but I'm still apprehensive.
earlier you talked about Tom Angst being a sort of a play off of the name of Tom Hanks. Why is that?
Well, like I said, I really like puns, and there's this band that I've heard of called Elvis Depressedly, and they're really cool, and I was like, wow, what a clever name. But I'm like not depressed, so we actually spent like a good solid days. We're like, oh shoot, what well-known celebrity can we make a pun off of their name, and it like makes sense. So we were like hanging out. I think it was like New Year's or something, and suddenly
it was me.
Yeah, Pearson said it.
Yeah,
a few days
I came up
earlier.
with I came up with a few days earlier.
I felt bad
at the library.
Oh, you took
I
credit
I
for
didn't
it?
mean to.
Why'd you take credit for
I
it?
didn't mean to take. I didn't know. I
Scandal.
thought I.
No, because we were like at the library.
We were
and
trying to find titles of books.
Originally, the band was going to be called Pterodactyl Boyfriend.
It was,
I was never down for
it was
that name.
it was a horrible idea. Everyone
I
else
did
liked
not
it,
want
and I was
that
like,
name.
nah.
And then I kept suggesting Tom Hanks, and everyone was like,
That's not. I never
is
heard you
true.
suggest it.
I,
I never heard
I
you
remember
suggest
briefly, like you said it, and we were all like,
I don't.
and then
I don't-
later,
I
I
don't
was
remember
like,
that.
I said it.
I really don't.
I came up with that. I love Tom Hanks.
All right.
He's my favorite actor.
All right, everybody gives credit to me, but I give credit to Pearson
Because I just remember you screaming it really loudly,
Yeah.
like on New Year's. You're like, Tom Angst,
I'm
and I was
sorry.
like, Tom Angst, that's
I'm so sorry.
perfect.
What the heck?
But
John?
I do believe that it was probably something you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
because it was.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. I do believe it. I believe it, but
Well, this just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm sorry,
I
Pearson.
tried to tell you this before.
I
Yeah.
don't remember
I don't want to be
this.
that guy, but you got to give credit where credit's due.
So you guys have been playing around a bit. You've played Radio Room a few times, right?
Yeah.
And you've played out at Pablo a lot.
Yeah.
Pablo.
I've never actually been to a
It's
show
amazing.
out there.
It's really cute. It's a cute place.
Yeah, no, Mike
punk.
Robbins speaks very highly of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
last
lives
episode.
there.
yeah. I had him on the last episode, Beach Bug, and he spoke very highly of you and a few other bands.
Like Apricot Blush and
Yeah.
JS Terry and
Daddy's Beamer.
Dad's
and,
Beam. Yeah, Dad's
Definitely
Beam.
Dad's Beam.
And he referred to you all and as part of what he calls the
Pablo Generation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's a Tumblr page and Instagram.
Is there?
And there's
all
an
that. Yeah.
Instagram, yeah.
Follow that Instagram
Yeah.
page. So what's your take on that? I heard his take on the Pablo Generation.
I feel like it's a really cool concept, and I think it's a lot of it goes back to the fact that we don't really have a great music scene that supports young, new, like local youth, because
Right.
it's mostly dominated by people like my dad who are in oldies cover
Yeah.
bands, and they get all
Sure.
the shows at the big places because people want to hear stuff that they know. There's not a lot of people promoting like new stuff coming out, so I think this kind of like has a place for people to come and like do all this stuff. They're actually talking about. They talk about a lot of stuff all the time. There's so many ideas. I hope some of them fall through, or like not fall through.
Right,
That's the
not
wrong-
fall- no.
Nah.
go through.
Go through. Yeah,
Success.
they're very what's the word? Not dedicated. Ambitious, I guess.
Yeah.
Or they care a lot. They care a lot about what they're doing, what they're trying to do, bring a music scene. They're really sweet
They're all really
people.
talented people.
Yeah, very talented.
Everyone there is really talented.
Especially Dan.
Well, yeah, Dan is
Dan
really
is
talented.
really
His
talented.
First chair.
Chair violin.
Yeah, violin at
Clemson.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Has to be talented. Well, he just graduated, I think.
If Dan doesn't listen to this, I'm gonna be upset because I just gave him a nice compliment.
Shout out to Dan.
Shout out to Dan.
Yeah, I saw him play at Pablo, and I was like,
Oh
dude,
shoot!
dude, you're really good at violin. I was like, why? How are you so good at violin? They were like, he's first chair. I was like, oh,
Yeah, but he tried to take the strings off my bass. So.
did he? Did he really?
Maybe.
Dude, no, but yeah, like South Carolina music scene is definitely, it's like their priorities are in a different place than
It's in transition.
Yeah,
It seems like to me, I don't, you know.
well, it favors like the folk bands or like the super like generic indie bands. Like I don't know, I don't want to talk bad about anyone, but like this is more of like a Philly style scene. I think I'd say like promoting like the underground, like the emo and Daddy's Beamer and stuff like that. So and it was all born in the basement of Pablo. So I guess
Yeah, they do their best to try to like support like other local bands to actually like try to work as like a big family type deal and like help each
Yeah.
other get and moving. And it also provides another place to play other than just the radio room
Yeah.
because that's basically the only places we popped
That's-
back and forth from.
That the radio room, or there's a sound box out in Simpsonville, and
Yeah,
I think
the
there are going to be
sound.
We went there a few times.
a few places opening up in the next year or two.
Yeah, there's
I
a new
think.
place on Woodruff, right?
Yeah, it's like
They haven't opened yet, have they? Or-
No,
Okay,
no.
yeah,
it's
I
on
heard about
Woodruff.
that. But I think that's gonna. I think they're trying to do something mid-size there.
Right.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of places, a couple of different house show,
Spinning Ginny.
you know,
Greer.
and Spinning Jenny on Greer. But yeah, the scene around here and South Carolina as a whole, but especially around here, is I think in transition. It seems like Columbia has some cool stuff coming out of Columbia. There's some cool stuff coming out of Charleston,
Right.
from time
Definitely,
to time. But
yeah.
there's a lot of cool stuff coming out of Columbia too, especially bands like My Brother, My Sister.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
played
My
with them.
sister.
They're so
they're,
great.
They're really good. They're really good. But yeah, it's cool to see like a lot of these younger bands that I've been getting to know. You guys and Beach Bug, and a couple others that I'm talking to. But other, some of the older people too, like Silver Mane or
Yeah.
Total Astronaut or the Apartment Club.
I feel like we're playing with Silvermane at our next show with at Concrete Castle with Alarm Drum. Alarm Drum.
Okay.
Are we playing with Orange?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're playing with Alarm Drum.
Alarm Drum's good. Silvermane is they're good friends of mine. And they're awesome dudes. But it's cool to see that like one of the reasons I do this show is because I want to try to hook these bands up with each other, like get everybody connected,
Yeah.
so that it can so the bands will start playing together more often, and not just like different age groups. You guys or younger or bands like Sparrow's Point, and those guys are like just out of high school, and they are fantastic. So I love to see different bands link up. But what's you guys did a couple more songs. What's this next one?
This next one is called Growth. And it's about relationships and when they're starting to kind of go sour and you can feel it coming. But yeah, I wrote it a long time ago for a good friend of mine. So
It has a fun bass part.
yeah, and it has a fun bass part.
Love's guide me, love's guide me down. Love's guide me, love's guide me down. 'Cause your words are like water, and in them I'm drowning. 'Cause you always know what to say. But these seeds have been planted in my gut, they're bursting with life 'cause they thrive off your ways. So bring down your floodgate before it's too late, 'cause my limbs are teeming with
So what's next for Tom Angst? What's the goal, and what's the next step to move towards it?
EP.
Yeah, we're in the process of recording an EP at Black Sneaker Soul Studio. Shout out Max. He's
Yeah.
cool.
You guys need anything done? Max is your boy.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Recording wise, that is.
Hopefully we'll record this and then blow up.
Yeah, we'll recording wise.
But we're gonna try to just keep on keeping on. Probably get like more shows kind of out of state. Try to maybe eventually
Get on me.
tour. Ooh.
Eventually.
That'd be a dream.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, so you got the EP coming out. When do you have some shows coming up?
We have a show in October. It's at Pablo, and it's going to be with this really cool band called Boy Scott. And I don't know the other one. I was told it at one point, but I don't really
Can we talk
remember.
about it like it already happened?
No.
Yeah, right.
The show is a blast. I think the one in October is the 13th or 14th.
Okay, so you don't have anything else booked up for the summer besides because I think you got one that comes out before this episode comes out. But,
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably get more shows at the Radio Room. I know Pablo said they're probably going to not do as many summer shows just because it gets so extremely hot and then nobody has a fun time.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it gets hot in the winter time.
They offered
so-
us one for the 30th, but Sal's gonna be out of town. But
Yeah, way to go to Sal.
we're playing at the Olive Garden
What?
for free breadsticks.
Free breadsticks.
There was that Vine, and he was like, "We're playing at the Garden." He was like, "Oh no, the Madison Square Garden." He's like, "No, dude, Olive Garden. We're getting free breadsticks."
I'd be down.
Well, yeah, I think let's see. You had one more song.
Yeah, this one is called I'm Probably Overthinking It, otherwise known as the old new one, because it took me so long to
another
name
one
that
of
one
those.
as well.
When I heard that title, I just like, that's the story of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a lot about certain insecurities and kind of like tracing them back to where they originated, throwing shade at people from my past.
My insecurities have grown, and I don't wanna be alone most of the time. I'd rather be somewhere not thinking about what I'm doing with my life. And I feel like a fraud in my own craft. I'd be clueless on my own, thank for so much time. And I heard you on the phone, talking over what we're on. It probably has something to do with the fact that I'm not very strong. And I feel like lost in my chosen path. I'm clueless after all, and it makes me sigh. 'Cause I'm wide-eyed, ready to cry. I've got so many things in my mind. It's making me sick. Goodbye, saying goodnight. This time I'm doing it right. There's no one that I miss. that I know what the hell I'm doing, because I don't. So I'll sing songs about some things that don't really matter, while I stumble across the strings with my closing fingers.
Guys, I want to thank you so much, guys and girl. I want to thank you so much for coming out. You know what? I need more female representation on this show. I need more female artists. I've had 2 now so far, Rigor
Yay.
Morris and you. And so, yeah, but thanks so much for coming out. I really enjoyed having you guys. It was great to record a session with you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
so where can people find you online? Like,
Well, we have a Bandcamp of some files that our friend Jonah Terry so graciously got up for us from a video of another friend took. But yeah, it's all just Tom Angst, all one word, all lowercase, on Bandcamp, or you can follow us on Instagram, and the link to the Bandcamp is on there if you don't want to try to find it on Bandcamp yourself.
That's
So?
TOMANGST. This has been the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
so you're on Facebook, Instagram, and Bandcamp.
Yes.
And it is, of course, Tom Angst, spelled just like it sounds. Well, this show is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and pretty much anywhere else you can find podcasts. You can find us by going to bit.ly/Hoodoo Music Podcast or YOLO420.com/local band swag if that's easier to remember. It's a real link and it really works. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's at Mark Jones Audio. I post lots of stuff about these sessions when I'm recording, things like that. So you get to see a different side of how this works. Of course, check out the videos from these sessions because, man, I love recording these bands. You deserve good music and your friends deserve good music, so make sure you share the videos and stuff like that. The video for Tom Angst is available on the YouTube channel. It's bit.ly/HoodooTube. Until next time, though, thank you so much for listening to the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
Lay that hoodoo music all night long.